you receiving that information. So that's how you receiving the data from that website, and then your browser is rendering, displaying that information. So here's the concept. This is the concept is very important for you to know, and you can apply this concept using the computers, PC, Macintosh, iPhone, iPad, any kind of devices that can receive and send the information. Using the HTTP, you can apply the proxy server on those devices and any operating system. So keep in mind on that concept, and keep in mind that you can use the proxy server almost anywhere that can accept the internet. Alright, so here we go. We just got the concept. So we connecting to a third party, which is proxy server, sending him some information, let's say www.google.com. Proxy server receive that information. Proxy server go ahead and access accepting that information, and then going to google.com, getting some data from that website and sending back to you like a third party. So that google.com knows only proxy server IP. It doesn't know your IP. Keep in mind, when you're using proxy servers, you need to be basically you need to trust that proxy server. Don't use just any of the proxy servers. Try to avoid of using any proxy servers that you think might be hackers, because that proxy server can hold your IP address. And never ever do online banking and stuff like this using the proxy server, because unless you trust that proxy server, unless that proxy server is your corporation proxy server, or it's your company proxy server. Okay? Proxy server also has the ability to filter the information. So basically, when it sends the information, it has the ability to filter that information. When it receives the information, it has the ability to filter that information, or process that information, or encode and decode the information. So proxy service can be a secure proxy service as well, with secure layer on it, SSL. So what does that mean? It means that you can use your iPhone or some other devices that not, like, let's say not iPhone, but let's take some other devices that not fully internet capable devices, not fully to load the web pages. So what happens? It's sending the URL, the address of the website, to a proxy server. Proxy server receive that information. It's encode that information. Decode that information for the website. Then it's sent to the website. Website sends back that information, your request. Proxy servers receive that information, decodes that information particular for your device, and send it back to you. Let's say it's not a computer, it's some other devices that is not fully functional of the web browsing. So it's going to decode the information from the website and send it back to you with the format that your device can receive. So some kind of corporations and companies using the proxy servers for those complicated things like decode, encode, and filter the information, as well as some corps and companies using the proxy servers to filter and pre-cache the information. They can filter the information. Basically, they can filter the websites that you can access. They can say, okay, let's go ahead and disable the Google for him. So let's say if you're in a big company and that company doesn't want you to go ahead and access to the YouTube, they can give you the proxy server to use, only the proxy server to use on your internet. And they can say on that proxy server, please go ahead and disable the YouTube, so we don't want to that user to use the YouTube. And other sites he can use. So that's an example of the proxy server as well. And some companies using it this way. Okay, so when you selecting the proxy servers, it's good to know that some proxy servers are not fully browsing doesn't have the full web browsing capabilities. Um, some proxy server can have the filters on them. It depends what country you're using proxy server. Some proxy server doesn't have the web browsing capabilities. It can be only the SMTP for the email proxy servers. Some proxy servers can be only FTP client proxy servers, and not necessary that all proxy servers designed for the web browsing. As again, and not necessary that all proxy servers designed for the whole internet web browsing. It can be filter some of the website and disable some of the website. But some of the proxy can have ability to access the whole web. So this is the purpose of this video. We need to learn how to find the proxy server that has ability to basically to give you the whole web browsing. Okay, so pretty much proxy servers, they're like a hub in your local network, in your home network or router. So basically all what it does, it just keeping you in its local virtual local network. So it's like it knows you, knows your IP, and sends you back and forth and receive the information. But it can be located not in your house. It can be located even in different country. Okay, so what it does, it communicates to the website, receiving, sending information and packets with the data, information, files, etc. Then it sends it to you. Same thing routers does in your local or home network. The website doesn't see your IP address exact, but see the IP address of the router in your home. So that's pretty much how it sees. And router see you by the local IP. Basically what it does, it just gives you a local IP and some other devices that connected to that automatically. So that's what does the proxy server. But proxy server does not create for you a local IP. It's just using your IP to communicate with you. So, but website doesn't know what is going on beyond the proxy server. It's only know the proxy server IP, and it knows how to communicate with the proxy server. And proxy server receive the information and send it to you. So it can be applied to anything out there, as again, Macintosh, PC, and some internet browsing devices. However, not all proxy servers are good for all the devices. As again, some proxy servers will have the full web browsing access. Some proxy servers will not have the web access at all. It will have the email access. Some will have only FTP access to share the files. Some will be just peer-to-peer to share the files, and some will have it all. So you can even connect that proxy server and make it not to the protocol like HTTP to have the access to the web, FTP just to share the files, but to the whole socket and share the files, browse the internet through the whole thing. So as again, proxy servers, they're split it into multiple parts. Okay, and some of the proxy servers will be slow, some will be fast, etc. So it's up to you to select the right proxy servers for you. Some of the proxy servers will be located in different countries. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you how to find a proxy server and then apply this and proxy server IP address. So basically all what we need to know the proxy server IP, working proxy server IP, so we can use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to find the proxy server IP, and then I will show you how to use and how to set that IP in 3 of your browsers such as Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Google Chrome. But keep in mind, it's not limited to those browsers. Just use the same concept and apply this to any operating system, to any device, to any website, web browsing, web browsers. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, how to find a proxy server? You can go ahead and use the Google and search the proxy server list over the Google. But I found a nice website, digitalcybersoft.com, and right over here. And if you will go ahead and type this website in your browser in the URL address link bar, click start, click go, it will bring you to a website with the proxy list. And if you will click here, it will give you the list of the proxies, fresh list for today. This website is updating every day. They're putting some nice proxies over here, which is nice. However, if this website is not available, please go ahead and use the google.com and search for proxy server list. As again, keep in mind that using the proxy server, you don't want to be online banking, or you don't want to be shopping or something else. Why you want to use the proxy servers? You're using proxy servers just because you don't want those people to see your IP address. That's why. Basically, you don't want, if you're online banking, you would like to see their IP address, they would like to see your IP address. So, it's just because for legal purposes, as well when you're shopping as well. So when you're shopping, when you're doing something very important, you need to make sure you're doing this on a website that you trust, and then do not use the proxy server. Proxy servers, I suggest you to use them for the websites that you don't trust, that you would like to hide your IP address from them, etc. Alright, we have the list of the 23 working proxies found for today. Every day it's refreshing daily. But keep in mind that not every IP in this list will be working. Some of them will not be working, and some of them will not have the full web browsing capabilities. So you need to basically one by one to find the proxy server that you like, and the proxy server that needs your location. Let's say some of them can be in China, some of them can be in Japan, some of them can be in Canada, and some of them can be in Russia. So basically what you need to do, you need to just select the proxy IP addresses. This is the IP address, basically like your IP address, to use. I suggest you to keep it for the location that you like and for the speed. Some of the poor country out there, their proxy service will be slow. So just just see how's your browsing speed to browse the web, and if it's slow, maybe just change the IP of that proxy on that list. If you cannot access any web at all, then change to a different IP till you will be satisfied. Okay, let me go ahead and show you how to set the proxies servers IP in your browsers such as Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Google Chrome.